Cheers, y'all. God bless everyone. May you have a wonderful end of October, a super duper absolute fantastic November, and the best December of all time. Cheers, y'all. All right. This is a test. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Can you hear and see me? All right, if I can, this is just a test. Expect low production value out of it. Absolutely. What's up, Jack? Jack is a puppy. He's a dog. He's really cool. He's hanging out with us. All right, so let me get you up to speed if I can. I'm on like 9.9 years of being Planetary Defense Commander and, well, no, 9.9 years of Thor News. You okay, Jack? And my 10-year anniversary is November 23rd. And so the world is a crazy place right now. And the last 4 or 5 years have been super crazy. And we're like 8 days away from Mars going retrograde. And this phone right here, this is my other iPhone. This thing, someone hacked into it. And so definitely for the last week, like I cannot even use this iPhone very well. This is the one I've had for like the last 4 or 5 years. 3, 2, I don't know, 2.5 years. Anyway, someone hacked into it. So now for like a week, I haven't been able to use it really at all. Can't text my friends, can't text work, can't family. Like someone, anytime I get on, someone logs in, like a few seconds later, it's like, I now have control of your phone. Cause you know, it's like, in the 9.9 years of Thor News, that, you know, I have haters, and I have people who really don't like me, for whatever reason. But if you're gonna be front-facing, boots on the ground, trying to unite everyone for the last 9.9 years, I guess it comes with the territory. And I totally predicted the super Mars-like personalities who are always like looking forward. They usually play offense. They don't play a lot of defense. They're very go now, short-term plans, medium-term plans. They don't necessarily always long-term plan. And especially if you're talking about people who don't have any empathy at all, right? And so just like last time, when I told y'all in 2020, Mars going retrograde was gonna be a really huge fucking deal. And it was. And so now we're 8 days away from Mars going retrograde and like 1 day away from Saturn going direct. And then like a month or so away from Jupiter going direct. This is definitely some of the craziest energy I've ever known, you've ever known. And that like within the last week, I've had one video blocked worldwide. I made a Avoid World War III, you know, that series I've had over the last 7 years or 8 years, the Avoid World War III series. Well, I made a really cool one, and the centerpiece was 99 Set Love Balloons, because that whole song was about avoiding World War III. And so that got blocked worldwide. And out of my 4,700 videos, I don't know, maybe 13 have been blocked worldwide. So that was number 13. So that's always a really weird moment. And as you guys may or may not know, in January, for something I said, and I still to this day not know what it is, but I guess it contained to medical misinformation, my YouTube channel got suspended for a week where I couldn't post nothing. For a week, I was like totally not allowed to. They were like, one of your theories was so harebrained or so against us, we will not have to punish you. And if you make a mistake like this again, we're taking away your channel. And over this last same week, like most of my videos are copyright restricted, which is fine, you know. But, and then you throw the like hackers on top of it. Whatever the narrative is, man, remember you got people on the right who are like, here's our narrative. You got people on the left who are like, here's our narrative. I'm like, hey, I started Asteroid Fight Club. I am Star-Lord Nuthor 7, the T, your Planetary Defense Commander, and here's my own narrative. Stay cool, avoid World War III, and prevent civilization from collapsing, and try and enjoy every single good moment you ever have, especially ever laugh. Yeah, puppy. Yeah? And so I knew that October going into the November period was going to be super duper weird. So here I am going live on my new phone because this phone has been hacked to pieces and someone is just really angry at me. I would like to remind you, I'm not angry at anyone. I don't hate anyone. I don't blame anyone. We're all doing the very best we can. And the fact that we have avoided World War III since 2015, every single moment has been like a blessing and a gift in time for you to create your own magical moments. So like, I've never had to change my slogan, man. After like almost 10 years, it's always been stay cool, be cool, and let's make the best of this existence together. Because we're all in this together. We share the same air, the sunlight, the moonlight, the starlight, the planet light, all of it. And so remember, I don't know, you have like subset, like there's so many teams or gangs, whatever the fuck you want to call them on the planet. And if you remember of 2020 or 2021 or 2019 or 2018 or 2017 or 2016 or 2015 or 2013, around when it gets cooler, it's autumn, I start to be like, heck yeah, holiday season is upon us. And that the type of weekend or week you're gonna have for Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever main holiday you celebrate in December, you are planting all the seeds now. And so it's the same shit in Rocktober 2022 that are kind of the same vibe as it was in 2020. Hey dude, be cool, stay cool, focus on making sure your friends and your family are happy and doing well. And it is a great time to let all grudges go. And that in 4,700 videos, I think I've spent about 1 to 3% of the time talking about politics. And so if you personally have put all your emotional eggs in a political basket, I don't necessarily know why you're watching Thor News, man. But cheers to you either way. It's your freedom in the United States of America to do so. You're free to celebrate. You're free to complain. You're free to stay cool. You're kind of free to be a fucking asshole. So this is a test. See, does this work? Am I live? Can you hear me? Can you see me? How long will it be before this phone gets hacked? Hey, dude, did you listen to the new Taylor Swift album? It is a masterpiece. It is amazing. And I think so far the best albums of 2022 which have also been X-Men albums, were like Beyonce's album. That was really good. And then Harry Styles put out a really good X-Men album. And then Taylor Swift put out a really fucking awesome X-Men album. So, you know, it's kind of like with a video for me, you never know what you're going to get. You kind of have an idea, the basic parameters. Like with the Taylor Swift song, you never really know what you're going to get. And I got to say, bro, if you are honestly assessing things properly, that in the last 3 years, Taylor Swift put out 3 albums. And the third album was an album with 7 fucking bonus songs. So she created like 40 songs in the last 30 years that are all a testament to that amazing magical craft of music. And so haters out there love to fucking hate. And at the end of the day, if someone is hating too hard, it's always proper to ask, well, what the fuck have you done? Like, I don't want to be egotistical, but I've gotten 18 million views. And I would like to think there's an average of 1 to 3 laughs per video over those 18 million views. And so I have used Thor News to help create millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of laughs. And so like the Taylor album had me crying a little and definitely dancing. She definitely has some dance. That whole team has some Max Martin, Jack Antonoff. They put out some super danceable beats and the album is super fucking musical. So I said, thank you, Taylor and Taylor Team Tay. And this is definitely starting to feel like Christmas season. And so it's like in the whole season thing, if you've been with me for a while, October is like the kind of spooky ghosts of Christmas past, where like all the loved ones or all the people who hated you, or you might have hated if you're a hater, those who have died before us. And remember, there have been like 30 billion people total on Earth. So a lot of people have come before us, and quite a few people have come before us while we were alive with us. And since 2015 or 17, that there has been a larger amount of human beings dying than normal over the average since like 80 to about 2015. From there, the mortality rate dropped like 5 to 7% more people died than normal. And I don't want to argue about that shit. There's 7 billion people, almost 8 billion people on the fucking planet. So everybody's entitled to their own opinion on the subject. I'm saying, as your Planetary Defense Commander who's been here for you almost every fucking day for 10 fucking years, I want to say, yeah, we didn't do as bad as the like Star or Marvel Thor, where he let half his people on his planet die. On my run, you know, about, I would say 3 to 5% more people died than normal, which is better than 50%, but still, it is way above what it was in like 2015. What was it talking about? I don't know. Maybe it's time to have a cigarette. Can you hear me? Is this even working? And I just wanted to say that I have been playing by the rules, trying to be cool, trying to do the best job I can as your Planetary Defense Commander, trying to help everybody keep it together. And so that my haters or my hackers or the people who have just like come against me and won't stop, will accept no truces, will accept no that the means they go about it, you ain't playing fair. At all. Like the hacking shit, that shit ain't fair. Shadow banning shit, that shit doesn't seem fair at a time where I just tried to get everybody to stay cool and work for world peace and unity. That like they had, I got 2 sets of birds flying over me right now. 2 twos, 2 twos. Oh, it's a beautiful sunset. I hope you're seeing it. So yeah, man, as your planetary defense commander, trying to prevent World War III, trying to keep shit together, trying to get everybody to stay cool, trying to get everybody to raise our game together, trying to get, during my lifetime, to a peak of planet Earth. Like, this is the best. We're hitting on all cylinders as a planet as we have ever done in our existence. That shit is possible. Tons of super great things are possible together. But we're still stuck in like fights from 20 years ago. We're stuck in fights from 100 years ago. We're stuck in fights and wars from 1,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago. Even the weird resurgence of the racial shit in America has, to me, over the last few years, has been fucking disgusting. Like you're driving, you're heading, like if your main point for recruiting your members is caveman shit over like one caveman has a different skin color than the other, man, that is geographical where you were on planet Earth over those billions of fucking years. God loves all his children, and everyone who was ever born and walked bipedally on Earth was one of God's children, man. Anyway, so I hope this is getting through. I hope my good energy is getting to you. Because for me, the end of 2018 through 2021 and a half, like 2022, the start, were really rough, and I did the very best I could. And definitely everything started to turn around and get way better for me personally in December when I went to Florida with my mother. So I guess what I'm trying to say is give more to your love energy. Oh, also, if you happen to be watching and you are one of the people that I text with, and I haven't really texted you in the last week, know that my phone, this phone, has been super hacked, and basically, anytime I turn it on, my hackers are like, hey, haha, we're being total assholes. And you cannot use your phone. And the weird thing is, it really started on that phone like the day before the Strokes, Red Hot Chili Peppers. To where like they took control of that phone about a month ago, the day before that concert. And they were like, haha, you cannot use your phone, so you can't go see the concert. So I went out and I bought a new phone and switched my Ticketmaster tickets to the new phone, and then went and saw the concert. And it was amazing. It was super great. It was one of the best shows I've ever seen. But that's how petty this shit has been, to where like they are like, yo, dude, anything you're trying to do that is fun or that you might enjoy, we're trying to disrupt it. Because it bothers us when you're having a good time. It bothers us when you're doing well. And like I said, with Mars going retrograde in 8 days and Saturn going direct in 1 day, the energy will probably shift. So as usual, I highly recommend staying cool. And if you got time, I would listen to the new Taylor Swift album. Is part of one of those 17, 20 songs about me? I don't know, maybe. Fun to think about, ain't it? And so, what I'm trying to say here is that with like 32 days, 33 days before my 10-year anniversary, there are gonna be people who are gonna try to ruin whatever party I'm trying to have, whatever celebration. And I definitely feel like I have done an excellent job as your Planetary Defense Commander and as Asteroid Flight Club over those 10 years. Like if somebody were to be like, hey man, your YouTube channel sucks, I'd be like, okay, compared to who? Like whose YouTube channel out there for 10 years has been putting out better, solid information while making you laugh at the same time? Please let me watch their YouTube channel. Anyway, it's getting dark. And this test lighting setup is not set. Okay, God bless you. Stay cool. God bless everyone. Talk to you soon. And Merry Christmas. And forgiveness is the key. God is great, and you're pretty cool too.